I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Thursday, March the 30th, where it looks like we're getting to the bubble on this cattle market. Your real-time index based on your 800-pound feeder steers started to come off a little bit here on Wednesday and taking the edge off just a little bit. Been coming up here for the last few weeks. Your fat cattle trade looks like it's topped out as the Fed Cattle Exchange sold cattle lower here on Wednesday. And the rest of the week we're just going to see how well we can hold things together. But your board on Wednesday had your fats up marginally from 25 to 50 cents mostly. Your April closed at 121.35, still way below what your Fed cattle traded last week and what they'll trade this week too. Your feeders were up well from 130 to 160, except for your closest March, which it's trying to get in line with what your cash sales are right before it goes off the board there. But Fed Cattle Exchange on Wednesday morning there had around close to 4,000 head. They sold about half of them. Like I said, really light numbers and not enough to really establish a market. But Southern Plains, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas sold cattle from 126 to 129.25, and that's some lower. Northern Plains from 131 to 133. A lot of the no sales, the guys were hoping for more money on the cattle and weren't willing to sell them at that. Packers did not get any negotiated trade to break loose at a lower level. So far, it'll probably be late Friday before we see them. It's going to be quite a standoff here for the rest of the week as your feeders want to hold this market up as well as they can, because they know we're going into a slide and just want to hold things together as long as they can. And your packers sure wanting to buy cattle lower. But we'll see what happens. You look at your feeder markets on Wednesday there, as there was rain across most of the midsection of the country. Down here in the Texas Panhandle had a great rain, 2.5 inches in most places there. So really what they was looking for, cattle kind of tromping out the wheat, those that are still out there on graze out wheat. But a lot of the cattle on wheat that they were planning on harvesting, they've already taken them off. But big rains there. Rain's up in the Midwest, and if we don't get rain this time of the year, when are we going to get it? We got to get rain this time. But look at OKC West there at El Reno, 11,400 head combining Tuesday's calves with Wednesday's yearlings there. But the yearling feeders steadied at $2 higher, which is really great because they had a big market there last Wednesday. That market's still pretty good there. Calves steady to $3 higher and sharply higher on some bigger stockers, those that were in a good condition to turn out, weighing in the 6s and up. But as a whole on Wednesday, your feeder cattle were coming off of the tops that we saw earlier this week. We still had some good prices, and you look at Loma, Colorado, way out on the western slope, Cattlemen's Livestock there, where I'm headed this weekend for the Diamond Peak bull sale. But they had a load of cattle weighing over 750 at 138, and that's a good price. You look there on Beef Market Central at South Central Regional Stockyards in Vienna, Missouri, they can sell cattle pretty high at times. They had 57 head, 540-pound steers at 175.25. That's your feeder flash for Thursday.